Hey there, Taurus. It's Jen here. So I'm doing your May 2021 tarot reading. Of note, you have your new moon, of course, because we're in the sign of Taurus in May. So on the 11th, there's a new moon in your sign. And I just did Sagittarius's video, and you came up, you figured prominently in it. So um, if you were dealing with any Sagittarians, or because on the 26th of May, there is a pink full supermoon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sag. So Sag is big, Sag is Jupiter, it's expansive, it's passionate, it's a lot of energy, it's mutable, so it can seem, especially to a fixed sign like Taurus, like are all over the freaking place. Like, settle down, Beavis. Um, and what came through for your channeling is just, I heard a lyric. It's silence. Like, you just want silence. So I don't know if things, and there's my favorite artist's lyrics also often come into my head. So the Trevor Hall song, "The Lion," came in, and it says, so I'm acting irrational and violent, and it's tiring. All I want is silence. You give me something to confide in because the blindfold is over my eyelids. I want control over the life that I live. I want control. Um, but the way it's like, all I want is silence. It's just like, all I want is silence. So I don't know if you have other people in your household, you're just getting a little stir crazy, especially if you live in the northern hemisphere. I mean, it's it was snowing here yesterday in Vermont, but it's getting in mid-April, but it's getting, we can start getting out. So I don't know. I almost see you, and this does relate back to Saj's video of needing to get away, maybe going for a long weekend. And this could be around a new romantic interest if there's someone new in your life, or if you just needing to reconnect and spend some time with someone. Um, but I see you maybe unplugging, wanting to get away, get out in nature, go camping, go hiking, spend time in nature. Really, so you may feel an extra need to ground yourself again because of all this crazy Sag energy. Um, I was talking about the juxtaposition where Sag again it's a fire sign. It's passionate. It's a mutable sign. It can pivot in a second to the point where it's spontaneous, but it can seem like, oh my God, where you're all over the place. Pick something, like settle down. It can be a bit much for a fixed sign that's just slower and likes things calm and peaceful and more settled. And so there's a real lesson to be learned I'm a Sagittarian, of like chilling the fuck out, Jen, and then of maybe getting Taurus that's a little more, maybe a little too fixed, being a fixed fire sign, a earth sign, to get a little bit out of their comfort zone and um, maybe bend a little. Now I'm hearing another lyric. Um, without you I shall break, but with you I shall bend. So needing to bend, needing to be, I'm thinking of bamboo for some reason. I don't know if you're thinking, I have bamboo floors in my house. Maybe you're reflooring something. I don't know where that came from, but you could be redecorating. You guys you're ruled by Venus. So you're beautiful. You dress beautifully if you're into that, or your home is really homey and beautiful and comfortable. It's because it's an energy you infuse into things. You have a knack for the arts, um, music. I think Taurus is really musical, but they can just be artistic in a lot of ways because they have that artist's eye. Even if they themselves can't draw, um, they have, they can just look at things and make it aesthetically. Is that the aesthetically? I never know how to say that word. Pleasing, balanced. Yeah, balance. Things coming into balance. But I do feel a little bit of a shake up for you. And it's to shake you out of your comfort zone, to experience something new and allow something new to come in. Um, is really beautiful. But yeah, I can see you just like, I need my freaking space, people. You're like, or yeah, so with that Sag energy, you, if someone or something you're feeling controlled or suffocated, or so for a fixed sign to feel too fixed and too like they don't have the freedom. And I mean, Taurus is known for being a bit stubborn, which can be a very, very positive thing. People that don't have tenacity don't tend to complete things, and that's the beautiful part of an earth sign. Um, but if something's making a fixed earth sign feel smothered, like a Sag does when no one's trying to control them, you may realize you have to make some changes. Because you're like, okay, I don't like feeling hemmed in, or maybe someone's giving you an ultimatum in some way, or maybe you're just like, this fucking bullshit situation's never gonna change. I mean, it could be anything. It could be work. It could be, anything that you interact with or have to deal with on a regular basis. Just like, this is not working for me anymore, and it's time to move on. So that full moon in Sag is really going to give you the burst of energy and the get you up and moving, and give you that final push to make some decisions and to break free of something. Oh, I don't feel like I have ever, I'm sure I have, gotten this card in this deck. What's 12? The Hanged Man? All of a sudden, it's so different. Look at how beautiful this is. Isn't that funny? This happens every once in a while where, I mean, I have so many decks. I'm like, I just don't remember this card. It's the Hanged Man. Look how gorgeous that is. So she's holding that Sagittarian full moon. And I'm almost getting, well, I'm seeing the scene in Game of Thrones when the Tully, Catelyn's father, died. And they sent him out in the boat. There's a lot of water on this card. And I don't know if that's like all of a sudden I'm like, is that a siren? Because in that Trevor Hall song I was just talking about, there's a line that it says, "My shadow's more beautiful than I am, and I will follow it all the way to Zion, away from the hypocrites and tyrants and sirens." I don't know. What does that mean? So maybe we're drawn to someone, and you're finding out that, we're all in our best behavior, or we're drawn to people who have qualities that we want, but we don't act like them because we're not them. We're our own unique person. And things we can aspire or not aspire to, we can appreciate in other people, can also, in the long run, be things that bother us. So this is reminding me, yeah, this compatibility issue again is coming up, and we have this Taurus and Sag. Deborah Silverman, who's an astrologer, she said she gets asked, what are the most compatible signs? And she said, you always hear opposites attract, but it's actually, yes, those opposite things are attractive in the first place because they're novel to you, but over the long run, it's what irritates you about each other. And then I also heard her say one time that if you have the moon sign, if your moon sign is the same as the other person's, like sun or rising, like that will give you, or you've had the same moon signs, or some of your significant, sun, moon, rising is a similar sign, that you'll have more compatibility. Um, I'm really seeing the Four of Swords in this card, which to me is a timeout. It's recuperation, it's healing. So you could heal after you're sick, but you could have to process and heal after a breakup, after changing jobs, after any sort of situation, any sort of change. Um, that time to process. But I see again, here's I want silence, I want time out. Like this person, I mean, obviously that person, I guess, is supposed to be past. But what I'm seeing is like, again, getting out in nature, just being out in a kayak, chilling on the water, and enjoying the calm emotions. Yeah, so the water's calm, the emotions are calm. Maybe that Scorpio full moon at the end of April was the thing that did it. And you just want, maybe it was a high conflict ending of something, and you guys are just like, I just want fucking peace and quiet. Like, I don't want to deal with anything. I can be that way. I totally get that. Page of Swords, communication, justice. Look at that. Page of Swords is communication, thinking. This could be texting someone, having talks with someone. Maybe you're processing things with a friend. Now, I can see this. If you do break up with someone, there may, whether you kind of realize it or not, have been someone on the horizon, or that you were interested in. Maybe a friend could become something more. It may be a temporary thing, especially if it's like a Sag or a really opposite sign to you, like I was just talking about. Like the compatibility may not be in the long run, but it's something that you could enjoy for a little while, maybe friends with benefits. But I think it's good for you. It's a little spontaneous, like a Sag around that full moon. Maybe you'll go kind of spontaneously go away for the weekend, and just spend time alone with this other person and have a lot of really deep talks. It could be very cathartic and healing. Um, and justice is bringing things back into balance. There's a Libra energy here. But yeah, it's if things had been, really tipped one way, and you're starting to breathe, like things are starting to calm back down and come back into balance, and you're starting to feel more grounded. You're getting in touch with the earth, and things are calming down again. The High Priestess. You could be hiding an affair. You could be hiding that you're dating someone new. You could be, your intuition could be high. Wow, you have 3 out of 4 cards are major arcana. So this is a time of big shifts spiritually, big shifts in perspective, gaining a lot of wisdom, and through experience, and taking those experiences, whether good or bad, and processing them and letting go of the resentment and the negative feelings, and just putting things in context and taking forward the wisdom, maybe feeling a little bit older, a little more grown up, a little bit more about how you would handle things differently, a little more assured in what you want and what's important to you, and what you want in different situations moving forward. Your priorities are changing, they're shifting a little bit. You want more balance, you want more equality. Maybe you want, I feel like you felt like you didn't have enough alone time, maybe. Or maybe you were feeling pressured to change or to move faster than you wanted to. And you're realizing, like, I need to find someone that matches this fundamental energy in me. The situations that go along with my fundamental nature, because otherwise, it's like I was saying with that Deborah Silverman, that's what the clashes are going to be about. And if you're just fundamentally clashing all the time, and this can even be like if your job is fundamentally going against, your true nature or what you really want, if it's stifling your creativity, recognizing that and bringing your life into balance by moving forward. So when the high priestess comes up, it's, what are those things that bubble up and you think, oh, I want to, fill in the blank. What is it that you really are drawn to? But then your rational mind goes, no, 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 we can't do that. You don't benefit, you don't have this, you don't have that. We bring out our fear-based thinking and a whole list of negative reasons why we can't live our life the way we want. Pay attention to those things that bubble up. Write things down, journal. It could be something that you have a journal and you're just writing all this random shit down, but then one day you kind of decide to go back and look. And actually, let's go back and look what was happening 6 months ago for you with with your reading from the end of last year, because that could have something significant. But allow those things to come up and really consider them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I don't know where my other book is. I'm sorry. That was a good idea, Jen, but I don't have it near. Oh, here it is. Let's see what was going on. Wait, I have to do the math. Was it November, December, January, February, March, April, May? So yeah, around November time. Don't get too strict on that, but somewhere around Taurus, January. Oh my God, please tell me I have it written. There's mid-November. Here we go. Okay, so wow. So this is interesting. On October 31st of 2020, we had a full blue moon, once in a blue moon in Taurus. So yeah, so that's very significant then, what was going around that full moon on October 31st in Taurus. Look at that. Mid-November. Why don't I have November? Let's see if I can find you guys here. Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Aries, come on. Cancer, Leo, Taurus. Change signature, rebrand, reinventing, invention, nature, bugs, flying, air, environment, intervention. Been burned by someone who someone else claimed they were burned by. Been burned by someone who someone else claimed they were burned by. What the fuck? This makes This makes no sense. Wow. Okay, I don't know. That just sounds like I was fucking, I don't know. That was a weird channel. So that didn't help at all. Anyway, so let me let you go, Taurus. I hope you have an amazing May. An amazing May. Take care.